Do you have a card?
I don't. I don't have business cards yet. But I can give you a piece of paper with my name on it. Anyways, we had some neighbors call that you were parked here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to mark your tires for the 72 hours so you have that amount of time to move on.
Department of Homeland Security issued this in 2010. Said I can take pictures of any federal building from public property. And I believe I'm on public property. Would you like to see it? Or do you know it?
I don't need to see it.
Do you know it?
I don't need to see it.
Do you know the policy?
I'm not under Homeland Security.
It doesn't matter. It says I can record any federal building.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you very much for your time. You're dismissed.
Subscribe now to master your rights and stay out of handcuffs. In Florida, this man thought he knew the law, but one single mistake cost him his freedom. These officers went too far, but here's the problem. What this driver did was actually illegal under Statute 322.15. We're breaking down 2 viral encounters from ID Refusal Live to see who wins the legal battle. Will he show his ID or end up in a cell? The moment the window shatters changes everything. Watch what happens next.
Hi.
Hi, are you in there?
Yeah.
Can you open the driver's side door so I can talk to you for a second?
Sure.
Okay. Sorry, were you sleeping?
No.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a card?
I don't. I don't have business cards yet. But I can give you a piece of paper with my name on it. Anyways, we had some neighbors call that you were parked here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to mark your tires for the 72 hours so you have that amount of time to move on. And then the whole process would start over again.
You're not allowed to touch my personal property.
I'm not. I'm going to be marking the tire on the street so that it shows that you would have to move it in 72 hours.
In Volusia County, Florida, a driver's attempt to use First Amendment audit tactics during a lawful traffic stop leads to a critical error. While the Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable seizures, Florida Statute 322.15 strictly requires drivers to present a license upon demand during a detention for a traffic violation. This fail case illustrates that refusing ID during a valid stop for speeding, 84 in a 70 zone, constitutes obstruction, not a constitutional right.
And why would you be doing that?
Because you're in a neighborhood and the vehicle can't be parked for over 72 hours.
But this is a public street.
It is a public street.
So are you marking everybody's car?
Whatever, if somebody were to call in another car, I would do the same thing.
Well, why would you do that when I'm working here?
I would do, if anyone were to call in the same instance, I would do the same way.
What am I doing illegal?
And you thought somebody was sleeping in there or it had been left there for a few days, we would come and mark it. It's basically just saying, here's a notice, you have 72 hours to move it. And then the whole process starts over again.
72 hours when I'm here working on something?
It's just showing that I marked it
That I
this
can't
time
park
and
here
date.
and work in the neighborhood and then leave when I'm done working?
That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is I'm going to be marking a tire showing
And why
that you
did the
have
neighbor
72
call you?
hours. Because they haven't seen your van before,
And?
and that it was as simple as that.
So that's the crime I've committed? That a neighbor here hasn't seen my van?
There is no crime.
So why am I being disturbed?
It's simply a moving notification that you have 72 hours to move your car.
Well, that's not fair, unless everybody in the neighborhood has to move in 72 hours.
I can tell you I've marked a lot of vehicles, and it's not just yours in particular.
The sound of breaking glass in Volusia County marks the moment non-compliance results in a criminal arrest for resisting an officer without violence. Under U.S. law, once police establish reasonable articulable suspicion, RAS, of a crime, they possess the lawful authority to order occupants out of the vehicle. This escalation proves that the Constitution does not shield individuals from lawful orders during a criminal detention. It serves as a tool for accountability, not a license for defiance.
Really?
Yes.
Marked them on a street where there's no sign, nothing. I mean, nothing here says that I only have 72 hours to park, right? So
And
let me
that's
just
only because someone had reported it.
so let me
You
just
want to come out?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to help you?
No. I mean, I do get upset because you guys do this to me all the time. But go ahead and mark my car. I just wanted to film it.
Okay. Do you know they have this place in San Luis where you can sleep and park your vehicle and not be bothered at
No,
all?
they do drugs. They smoke crack in there.
Okay.
I've been over there.
Well, it's just an
The
area
people that
I
work
know
in
they
there-
wouldn't mark your cars.
The people that work in there smoke.
The shattered glass in Volusia County wasn't just a broken window. It was the sound of a citizen losing his liberty over a fatal legal misunderstanding. What started as a routine speeding stop turned into a criminal record because the driver ignored Florida Statute 322.15, which mandates presenting a license when operating a vehicle. The lesson is clear. You have no right to refuse ID during a lawful traffic stop. But here's what most people don't realize. The rules change completely the moment you step off the gas and onto public pavement. What happens when police corner you in a Danbury library and demand your papers just for holding a camera? This next encounter is a masterclass in constitutional defense. One man stands his ground against the badge, but will the officers back down or double down on their overreach? You won't believe how this power struggle ends.
What are we doing today? What's going on today?
What do you mean?
What are you doing today?
I'm in public.
Huh?
I said I'm in public sidewalk.
Gotcha. I'm gonna ask you to stop recording me right now.
No, sir. I can record anything I want from a public space. And IMAP says this is public space.
Okay.
Easement all the way to here, so I do not have to stop recording.
Okay.
Are
What's your
you?
purposes today? I'm law enforcement.
That's okay.
So what's your purposes today?
Filming.
For
What's your name?
do what?
What's your name?
I'm not giving my name, sir.
It's right there, Mark.
Oh, good. You got it.
Do you have a badge number? If you say you're law enforcement, I'd like a badge number. It's policy.
I'll show you my badge.
Okay.
There's my badge.
So you're a postal inspector.
Correct.
Okay, well go inspect me if I get on postal property. Other than that, I'm on
You're
public
recording
property.
postal property.
So what?
So
I'm asking you, so what? I mean, what is there a law against it?
I'm asking you what you're doing.
I'm filming.
You're scaring our employees is what you're doing.
Well, actually, I came down here to get all these violators.
Okay.
No parking from there to there, and here we are.
Okay.
Postal property's right here.
Okay.
Show me,
That's all you have to say.
show me where I can't film postal property or postal employees. I can show you where I can.
I didn't say you couldn't film.
Are you armed?
Huh?
Are you
Yes,
armed?
I am.
I'm gonna reach in my back pocket. I want tased, shot from a distance, shot from close range, or tackled. Okay? I'm gonna reach in my pocket and get a piece of paper, all right?
Okay, go ahead.
Back pocket. Department of Homeland Security issued this in 2010. Said I can take pictures of any federal building from public property. And I believe I'm on public property. Would you like to see it? Or do you know it?
I don't need to see it.
Do you know it?
I don't need to see it.
Do you know the policy?
I'm not under Homeland Security.
It doesn't matter. It says I can record any federal building.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you very much for your time. You're dismissed.
Inside the Danbury Public Library, an officer demands ID without establishing a legal basis for detention. Under the Fourth Amendment and Terry v. Ohio, police must possess reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime before forcing identification. By confirming he is not detained, the auditor effectively nullifies the officer's demand, exposing a common attempt to use policy to override constitutional rights.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
Very good.
Got a call from a concerned citizen. Just wondering what you're doing.
Filming the post office. And actually, if you come with me for a second, see this step right here on this block. These cars here are illegally parked. That one was actually blocking the crosswalk.
Negative, actually bumped into
I'm a handicap, and I couldn't even use the ramp to get across the street. The Cadillac, I've got it all on digital recording.
but the
It's not now. It moved.
Not blocking.
It was until they moved.
Okay.
I'm
So-
not
so-
calm.
And
I'm
then,
not blocking anybody.
but you're in a no parking zone.
I'm down there. That's why I didn't-
Okay, if you go to...
parking zone is right here by this
So-
sign that says that. and
Okay,
down
sir.
down.
What's your name,
Sir, see that pole down there?
Yes, sir.
That pole has a no parking sign on it.
sir? Okay.
This pole has a no parking. It's no parking from there to there.
Okay.
So,
Who is this guy taking pictures of people?
What's your name?
am I required by law to give you my name? Have I broken any laws?
You take my
I'm just
tag.
asking.
Am I being detained?
No.
Okay. I don't choose to answer.
I don't even know who you are,
I'm in a public space, ma'am.
and you don't need to be taking my tag.
It doesn't matter.
I
You're in a
don't
public
know you.
space. It doesn't matter.
You can
I'm in a public space.
Within his right.
That's right. You're getting educated today.
If I get something to the mail,
Well, he has no way at this point to obtain any other information from your driver or from your license plate. He is in a public place. He is not doing anything illegal. So, as concerning as it may be, he's legally allowed to do it.
yeah, I mean I'm handicapped too. What's the difference? See, you handicapped, I'm handicapped.
I didn't say anything about you. I said this lady was blocking. She actually came out and moved while you were sitting there.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, this lady was blocking. She actually came out and moved while you were sitting there.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, this lady was blocking. She actually came out and moved while you were sitting there.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, it's because she was blocking the crosswalk.
What I do, when I know that sign says no parking, that's why I park way down there. So.
But there's another no parking sign strapped to it. I checked with IMAP. This is all public sidewalk, and it's no parking from there to there. But yet there's there were actually three. The other gentleman left. So I mean, if you can get out your ticket book and take care of this, I mean, as a concerned citizen, I don't understand why I can't park here, but other people feel that they can. I really would appreciate it because you see it now. So if you got a ticket book, I would appreciate you doing your job.
Well,
At your discretion. At your discretion.
absolutely. I appreciate it.
I mean, I'm not making. Yeah. You have absolute discretion. I'm not saying it, but I mean, if you can check it out, if you've got a body cam, go down there and get it. I mean, I would appreciate it.
Understand that we're talking about a parking violation.
Correct.
It is not a through street.
For who? For the postal employees.
Postal employees.
Yeah. For I mean, but they're my employees.
Well, that's understandable, but they're
Okay.
not the ones who are complaining about it.
Right. I'm complaining for them.
Okay.
They don't want to lose their jobs. But there was another guy who double parked out here, and then there were postal employees who couldn't even get to work.
I understand that, and that would be more of an issue.
Well, he was
Right now is people who are picking up kids from the school,
right.
and they do not have adequate parking to facilitate all of the vehicles. This is a very temporary issue right now.
But you can tell that to the meter maid that works downtown. She'll ticket you for anything.
What's your first name? Just to address you by. Mr.
Good citizen.
Good Citizen. Okay. What we're talking about, in the grand scheme of things, a very small issue, correct?
Right.
Right. That you are creating a very big deal about.
No, I didn't create any. You came to me. I didn't call you.
Well,
I didn't
I'm saying,
ask you to come out. But now that you're here, I'm addressing the issue with you.
But you have gained the attention of at least 2, if not 3 different citizens
Okay.
who were alarmed by your presence and your activity
Right.
that have called us, which is why now I am here.
But
So you
but
have
my
made a very-
rights don't end where their fears begin.
No, I understand.
Okay.
And I've explained that.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that's the reason why I'm here.
Right.
Is you have created a spectacle.
No, you showed up to me. He came out to me. She came up to me.
Right.
I'm just sitting here doing what I need to do.
Actions are beyond normal.
No, they're perfectly constitutional.
They're constitutional, but
Correct.
they're beyond normal.
But they're constitutional.
I didn't dispute
Okay.
that.
Okay.
The officers retreat in silence as they fail to justify a trespass or arrest in this public forum. This victory reaffirms the First Amendment right to record government officials performing duties in public spaces. Standing ground with legal knowledge proves that transparency and accountability can defeat overreaching authority without any need for violence.
How are you? Sir, I need to speak with you a moment, please. If you don't mind, I'm just going to walk with you so we can talk. So why are you filming vehicles and people? Can you tell me why you're doing that, sir?
Who are you?
I'm Dottie Davis. I'm the Director of Security for Fort Wayne Community Schools.
Okay.
And so my job is to make sure that our buildings are safe and that our
Well,
staff
my
members-
job is to make sure my employees can get out.
Who are your employees, sir?
The government employees that work in that building.
Okay, Okay, so you must
So there
have-
there is a no parking sign here. There's a no parking sign there.
Okay.
These two cars are parked illegally. I've been told by that gentleman that they work for the post office. It seems like the several times that I've been out here, people from that building have moved these cars.
Okay.
So,
Well, if
so
that's the case,
as an educator, you should see this.
Okay.
Okay,
So what I will do when the officer gets here is we will put the license plates on the.
I don't want to. I just put them online.
Oh, well, that's. And I'm not arguing with you whatsoever. I'm just trying to figure out why you were here and what you were doing. So that I
I've
know
told you.
whether or not you were a threat.
I've told you. I mean, Indiana this month was Indiana has been proclaiming this month as Tour Indiana month. So now tourism is now terrorism.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's the way you're treating me, and that's the way these guys who told me, that guy especially, I'm gonna get him for sure, told me I can't do something that I know I can do. So they're barking orders from across the street to somebody who's in public. I don't get it. I don't get it how they think that that's okay.
Okay. Well, I'm being very polite. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for your cooperation. You won't shake my hand? Okay, well, I just want you to know
I mean, this with employees like this, no thanks. I mean, you're supposed to be educators.
Sir, I just
You-
took
but-
care of
but-
the issue.
but you should-
People
you
are
should have been-
gonna be
you
moving
were
their
supposed to be
vehicles,
educators.
And I guarantee you tomorrow you won't see vehicles.
But it's their mouth too. I mean, I've gotten no apology from everybody who says they were going to commit bodily harm to me and break my equipment.
Well, sir,
How you doing today, sir?
Oh, not bad. Who do you work for?
Who are you?
Officer Jennings, Fort Wayne Police Department. Who are you?
Officer who?
Jennings,
What's your badge number, sir? PE number?
1390. Why? Who are you?
Okay. Thank you, sir. Good
What's your
citizen.
name, sir? Huh?
Good citizen.
Well, I was polite enough to tell you who I am. I'm just wondering who you are. You
Sir, there's an illegally parked vehicle here. I'm handicapped and it's blocking the handicap walkway. I'd appreciate it if you got out your ticket book
well,
and
I don't
rectified
have
that.
one with me, and there's somebody getting ready to move it. It looks like.
Okay, good. Well, that's why I'm here.
I think I know who you are.
You know who I am.
I've heard of you before.
Okay. Well, I
as long
mean,
as you're off school property, I don't care.
well, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not planning on going on school
I know.
property.
I know. I'm just saying.
I'm just
they
trying to
called
stay
and
on the
complained. They
sidewalk.
called and complained about you because they didn't know who you were.
Called and complained. I'm sitting here saying, hey, sir,
No.
can you do something? You see somebody's breaking the law.
Have a nice day, sir.
Can't you fix this broken law?
Have a nice day, sir.
Fix the ordinance, sir. Do your job. Honor your oath. Honor your oath.
From the shattered glass in Volusia County, Florida, to the silent retreat of authority in Danbury, Connecticut, we've seen how one moment of legal clarity, or confusion, dictates your fate. Knowing your rights is the definitive line between walking away free or being hauled off in handcuffs. Remember, while Florida Statute 322.15 mandates ID during a traffic stop, the Fourth Amendment protects your anonymity in a public forum when there is no reasonable articulable suspicion. ID Refusal Live. We don't just record the law, we hold it accountable. If you have ever faced an unlawful demand for ID, share your experience in the comments below. Subscribe now so you are never caught off guard again. But if you think a library standoff is intense, wait until you see our next case, where a small-town sheriff learns a very expensive lesson about the First Amendment. This is ID Refusal Live, where your knowledge is your greatest weapon.